What up, what up, what up? The Real Housewives of Dubai are back, honey. It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with my all tea, all shade Real Housewives of Dubai Season 2, Episode 1 review. So we begin with finding out that Caroline Brooks, the black Caroline, was what I meant to say, has opened up her salon called the Glass Box. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. So happy for her. And Kenya Moore, who just opened up her beauty salon in Atlanta, which is also just stunning. Lesa and Chanel get together to play paddle. It's like tennis hybrid of something. And after they get done playing, Chanel makes a comment about the fact that Lesa plays with her little friends that she plays the little paddle sport with. And Lesa Milan was like, I can be friends with other people. You got to share me with other people. And she makes a comment about how Chanel doesn't like to share her with other friends. Now, that's going to be pivotal in what happens with them this season and them falling out with the whole other friends situation. So then they talk about how they went to go see Beyonce when she performed at this huge hotel opening last year in Dubai, and how they were in the VIP section and the other girls from the show were just in the common folks area pretty much. And how they met Miss Tina and all of these other celebrities, Kendall Jenner, and all of this stuff. And Chanel tells Lesa that she's going to end up meeting with Caroline Stanbury, the white Caroline, to talk, because since the reunion, they've been talking, keeping up with each other, and really trying to start anew with their friendship. Now, if you paid attention to Lisa's body language, as soon as Stansbury's name comes up, she kind of gets a little tense, a little rigid, but you can tell in her head she's thinking like, play it cool, don't try to act like you're bothered by this. But it's obvious that she is. She does not like Caroline Stanbury. Remember at the reunion, Caroline accused Lesa Milan of stealing her maternity wear designs, and that she got money from some guy to start her business and all types of stuff. Like, she don't see it for Stansbury at all, but she's trying to act like, it's cool, y'all go meet with each other, let me know how it goes, girl, all of that type of stuff. But you could tell low-key she feels some type of way. So both of them, I can already tell, are really kind of like jealous of the other one having other outside friends, if I could say that. Stansbury and her new husband Sergio, if you don't remember, he is quite younger than her. He wants children. She already has big grown kids. She's divorced and all of this stuff. They're currently living with a friend because their home that they started renovating 3 years ago still ain't finished at that point. And the apartment that they were in, I guess their lease or something was up. And so now they're staying with a friend, and it's just putting a lot of strain on their situation. Now, since this has aired, their house is done. I actually did a house tour video of Caroline's home that I will link in the description box, because it turned out beautiful. Oh my God, it's stunning. Also, we find out that over there in Dubai, like, you gotta jump through hoops to get a mortgage. Like, she said that she had to get a physical exam and all types of stuff to make sure that she don't croak over and die, basically. They want to make sure she gonna be alive to pay this money back. And I was like, Jesus. So Stansbury in her confessional was like, Sergio's ovaries are on fire. because we all know Sergio is the little woman in this relationship, honey, and that Stanbury wears the pants. We all know that Sergio want to be the seventh housewife of Dubai, honey. He is always around. He is just a little lady, all right? We also find out that Brooks didn't invite Lesa and Chanel to her salon opening because she only invited the people that were important to her. I really do not understand this friendship that they have with Brooks. Friendship, acquaintance, whatever you want to call it, because she don't fuck with them for real. And she makes that clear. But they say that they argue with her and then they write. It's like they're frenemies. I guess it's weird to me. Okay, girl, carry on. Sara wants to get married and have another relationship, but is afraid to after her first two failed marriages, where in the first one she was physically the A word, and then in the second one she was cheating on a lot. So she's at this like seance with this shaman or whatever to unhinge all of her past wounds so she can move forward, and they gonna drum on some drums and do some beats and shake some feathers and stuff, and she screams into a pillow, and that's supposed to basically fix all of her trauma. Hey, to each his own. All right. It worked for her. She said she felt better in the end. God bless her. All right. Lesa Milan, in her confessional, goes on to talk about how she was hurt by Stanbury at the reunion, and how, like, girl, you basically fuck my character trying to say I'm stealing and all types of stuff. Like, she ain't like that. And that's understandable. Like, anybody would feel that type of way. So I feel like with her feeling the way that she does towards Stanbury, I think that a part of her probably feels like, and it's just me assuming, that Chanel, why do you even want to have a relationship with her when you saw how she did me at the reunion? But instead of her saying that to Chanel, she's trying to play it cool. Like, you can have your own friendship with her. I don't care. But you can tell that low key, it does bother her that she even wants to try to have any type of anything with Stanbury. So it's already, to me, a lot of underlining issues between her and Chanel that hasn't really been said or hasn't been spoken. Now, Chanel said in an interview her within the last week that I just watched that we'll see this season how everything unfolds with their friendship and them falling out, and how she's really betrayed by Lesa, and that it doesn't have anything to do with Caroline that happens. Now, in an interview that I saw Lesa do, she said that them falling out isn't anything that can't be fixed. Like, it wasn't that big of a thing. But also in the interview, she was throwing shade at Chanel and Stanbury. Whereas in Chanel's interview, she was just more so hurt. She didn't say anything shady about Lesa or anything like that. So I don't know. I don't know, child. I can't wait to see how this whole thing is going to play out. So Chanel and Stanbury have lunch with each other, and she brings up how she got attacked by her own people for talking about her circumcision last season. And, it really hurt her. She was crying, and, she just couldn't believe that other Africans were condemning her from sharing the ugly truth of what happened to her. And that is sad. You know what I'm saying? But she said that it was even worse because Sara was the one that coaxed her into talking about this and bringing all of that up, and then went to the media and was saying that she was playing victim and about her story or whatever. And so she was like, I just can't believe that she would do that to me or whatever. So Stanbury herself says that she feels like Sara was completely wrong for the way that she handled it, and that, like, she should have known better than to say what she said about her victimizing the situation. Like, she just couldn't believe that Sara would say that. They end up having a good lunch with each other, having a good rapport, laughing, a kiki together. I honestly feel like Stanbury, Lesa, and Chanel would be a great trio. A great trio. I do believe Chanel when she says that Lesa and Stanbury are a lot alike. They are a lot alike. And y'all know last season, I did not see it for Stanbury. I was so disappointed in her because I watched Ladies of London, the show that she was on previously on Bravo. And I loved her on that. So I had high hopes for her last season. But I just did not see it for her last season. This season, she might be able to redeem herself. But I honestly feel like the three of them would be a great trio. Oh my God, I wish that they would get it together. After that, Caroline Brooks meets with newbie Taleen, who she's good Judy's with, good friends with. And Caroline tells Taleen that at the Beyonce show, Stanbury was watching her like a hawk child, and that she told her that Taleen fell over drunk and just was acting a fool and just embarrassing herself or whatever. And so Brooks in her confession was like, I'm going to have Taleen back no matter what. Like, me and Stanbury are cool, but like, this is my girl. Like, and she said she was taken aback how Stanbury was talking about Taleen. So it seems to me like Stanbury is still up to her same little shenanigans. So after that, Lesa has her brunch that she invites all the girls to. This is like their first time getting together. And mind you, it's either going into winter or it's winter time in Dubai, and it's 90 degrees. And they like, this is good weather. Child, ain't no way. So I loved Lesa's Versace look from head to toe. Chanel's look, however, with them wigs, child, ain't gonna bother me sitting up on top of her head. But anywho, when they get there, Chanel tells her about her meeting with Stanbury and how she gave her a pineapple, because you know she says in her culture you're always supposed to bring something for somebody. So she said this time she bought Stanbury a pineapple because on the outside you're all prickly, but on the inside she's sweet. And once again, Lesa trying to have a straight face, she was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. So then Stanbury arrives, and it's the three of them. And Lesa make a comment saying, don't steal my best friend. See, they doing that little childish stuff with each other where like they don't want the other one to have an outside friend. Like, girl, both of y'all childish. So Stanbury says that Chanel was saying that they would get on great because they actually are a lot alike. And you could tell both of them was looking at each other like, bitch, I ain't nothing like you. So the other girls arrive, and we learn that Taleen is Armenian and that she's a singer. She was signed by Jamie Foxx, like she was touring and all type of stuff. She met her husband, the love of her life. So she decided to put singing on the back burner to be with him. And that's where her life is now. I did notice in that scene, she had a wig on. I wonder why. Well, I don't wonder why, because when I went back and looked at photographs of her in the scene with Brooks, when we were introduced to her, she was wearing her natural hair and she like had a part, but the part was quite wide. It looks like her hair might be starting to thin out or something like that, but it was just a noticeable wig. Like, she needs a better installment. And I really can't wait to see how the girls up in Brooks' salon is doing hair, because Brooks' hair don't be looking good half the time. So I'm like, no. So immediately, Chanel was like, I heard you fell down on your ass at the Beyonce concert. And I'm like, well, God, Chanel, the lady just got there. So they was like, how you know about this? She was like, Stanbury told me. Caroline jumps to her defense and was like, her fall wasn't that serious. It was like a little topple. Like, everybody calm down, all right? And Stanbury was like, it wasn't a little topple. It was a face plant. And I was like, why you going in on this lady? Like, what'd she do to you? So Brooke goes to the restroom and Stansbury asks, like, what's going on with her? Like, she been on one. Like, it's like, with her. So Sara says that she's had her on a spiritual journey in some type of spiritual therapy. And that triggers Ayan because she like, oh, so she doing the same thing with her that she did to me. Okay, we doing this again. So she gets emotional and starts tearing up. And everybody was like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So she confronts Sara. And Sara was like, I didn't call you a victim. I said it doesn't give you the right to be mean. And so they get to going back and forth at the table and they're raising their voices. And Stansbury was like, hold up. Take that over there. Because remember, you can't do all that yelling and hollering in public in Dubai. You'll get locked the up. And so she had to be like, y'all get away from me with that. So they go over to the side and they arguing back and forth or whatever. And while they're over there talking, Taleen asks Stanbury, she's like, are we good? Because Brooks told me, what you were saying about me. Like, do we have an issue? And Stansbury in her confessional says she's dumbfounded that Brooks took issue to their conversation that they had about the Beyonce concert and Taleen and all of that stuff. She was like, as if she felt some type of way, she could have easily just said that to me while we was on the phone. Like, so she's starting to look at Brooks sideways. So over with Chanel and Sara, Sara says, all I said is you victimize yourself because you want to be the center of attention. And it's true. And Chanel was like, I am the center of attention. I was like, that's why I love this lady, because she is crazy. But to even say that somebody is trying to victimize themselves because they want to be the center of attention, like, that's not how Ayan comes across at all. Ayan does want to be the center of attention. It's with the way that she talks. It's the way that she dresses. It doesn't have anything about what happened to her as a child that she uses as something to pivot her in the middle to be the standout. Like, so that was some to me. Like, Sara, like, for you to be somebody that try to help people, that was really harsh and a mean thing to say. And I would never open up to you ever, because you're the type of person to me that will use my traumas against me. So I don't like her. So like I said, Chanel was like, I am the center of attention. You are not a good person. Maybe you should check your soul. And so she get up and to go back to the table. And Sara was like, well, maybe you should buy your own clothes and stop borrowing. And I was like, oh, you've been waiting to say that. Now, it came out last season that Chanel be borrowing all her outfits or whatever. And I mean, that's obvious that she be borrowing them looks. It's also obvious to me that Chanel has the least amount of money than the other girls, because I think we saw her house one time last season and it was like the living room area. It looks like her and her husband and her son like live in a apartment or something like that. She obviously doesn't have the money that the other girls have or whatever, but it's not giving me that she's trying to pretend like she's rich. We never hear her talking about her money or anything like that. Is it a good thing that she got somebody that's willing to give her clothes to wear on the show? Yeah, why not? I get free clothes to prance around on television, and I'm promoting your brand, and I'm making you look good, and you making me look good. So what's the problem? You mad? You mad, girl? So after she said that, Chanel was like, instead of doing all these face surgeries, get your soul surgery. And I was like, oh, she got you there, honey. Because, baby, the before and after is two totally different people, child. Sara over there pulled a Larsa, child. Because Sara used to be Sally. Two totally different people. Like, the glow up is real, honey. It's just, she literally was an ugly duckling. I'm sorry. She literally was. But they obviously weren't able to mend fissets. And I will say that the season premiere episode of Dubai, for me, I'm going to give it a C+. It wasn't an A episode to me. it was mid to me. It's good to see the ladies back, the fashions. I love their confessionals. I wish that Bravo would do all of the confessionals like that, where we get to see the full outfit of it all. I think that would make people really step their game up in the confessionals. I can't wait to do my Dubai confessional looks fashion killer video. I think that the season premiere, was getting us ready for what's going to go on this season. But I don't know if having just one new person was enough. I think that maybe they should have had 2 new people on the show, or maybe we should have had a friend of on the show as well. I don't know if it's going to be enough for them to have a standout season with just the 6 of these ladies. It's like Chanel is funny, but she can't carry the show. It's like there's not a big personality on this show that will really catapult it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, these girls, and I don't want them to get down in the mud and dirty and nasty and grimy like it is over there in Jersey and stuff like that. I don't want that. But we need somebody that's that force multiplier. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that we have that in Dubai. I don't think that we have that. They needed somebody that's going to really light a fire under these girls and really push this show in the right direction. And I think that Bravo thought that Stanbury would be able to do that because she was on Ladies of London. But Stanbury is just the snooty type. She got to have somebody that's going to activate her. You know what I'm saying? But maybe they'll prove me wrong. But I just feel like if they don't really bring it this season, it's going to get shelved like Miami did. And I can see that happening, especially considering the fact that all of this was filmed a year ago. We're getting stale material pretty much. So hopefully the ladies can bring it. Hopefully the ratings are good, but something is just telling me that the ratings are going to be not good, from last night's episode. But y'all tell me what y'all thought about the season premiere of Dubai. I'm happy to see the girls back. I'm sad to see Lesa and Chanel being into it, but, I just love the aesthetic of the Dubai atmosphere. I just love it. I'm here for it. But yeah, let's talk about it down below in the comment section, you guys. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications. And if you have not joined me over on Patreon, please do so. You'll get reviews for $5 a month that are ad-free, unedited. That means you getting all the cussing and all of that good stuff and early access. I post over on Patreon before I post on YouTube. So you'll be able to see my reviews before YouTube does. And then with the $10 tier, you not only get my unedited, raw, uncut reviews, but you get reaction videos as well. And we are having a ball over there. So make sure you guys join my Patreon. The link is in the description box. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.